On both I have no opinion.
Dua-duanya nanti
Because first of all, I think, of course, we prefer we play now in our own stadium with own spectators, and for the game, I always hope that there are as many spectators as possible.
Pertama ya, kita tahu kita sekarang main di stadion kita, di supporter kita sendiri, dan pelatih selalu sebenarnya pengennya kalau setiap kali kita main itu ada supporter.
So it's a home game, and we want our home spectators.
Jadi kita main home, jadi kita pengen ada penonton kita juga sebenarnya.
But I also know that security of people, and of course in the past you have already bad experience.
Tapi dia tahu juga soal keamanan ya, mungkin kita udah punya pengalaman di masa lalu.
So there will be a good reason why there will be no spectators.
Jadi sepertinya alasannya cukup bagus lah ya. Kenapa?
So I think it's a pity.
Sayang aja, sayang.
But there will be good reasons to make this decision.
Sayang, tapi keputusannya sepertinya bagus untuk mengambil keputusan seperti itu.
And we play against Persija with 11 human beings.
Kita akan melawan Persija, melawan 11 manusia.
And I don't care if they're from Brazil or
Jadi nggak masalah mau dari Brazil,
Europe,
mau Eropa.
I'm only responsible for our team.
Jadi tanggung jawabnya dia adalah untuk timnya sendiri.
Do meu ponto de vista, para mim não faz diferença se for do Brasil, Indonésia, Alemanha, Holanda, vai ser 11 contra 11, independente de qual país é, a gente vai trabalhar para fazer o nosso e conseguir a vitória, que é o nosso maior objetivo.
Oke, dari point of view-nya dia nggak ada bedanya ya, mau itu dari Jerman, Belanda, Indo, Brazil, yang besok yang mainnya 11 pemain, 11 yang penting kita fokus untuk meraih objektif kita, tujuan kita besok, itu adalah menang.
The last one is a difficult question.
Jawab yang kedua dulu ya, karena sulit jawabannya.
The first one, it's about, I think Persija, at least they have a lot of players in front of the ball.
Persija paling nggak mereka punya banyak pemain di depan gawang.
And I think they play what you said, positioned football.
Mereka main yang seperti yang Anda bilang, position football.
And the game will be decided about the balance of the players on the pitch.
Dan game akan ditentukan tentang keseimbangan pemain di.
I think that will be the biggest issue tomorrow.
Itu yang akan jadi masalah yang paling besar di.
The team that finds the best balance.
Tim yang dapat keseimbangan paling bagus,
offensive
baik itu menyerang,
structure and defensive structure,
ataupun struktur,
they will have the best chance to win the game.
Itu akan punya kesempatan lebih besar buat.
And I think that we will.
Dan pelatih rasa kita.
And the second question,
yang kedua,
I even don't want to react on it, to be honest, because
jujur aja dia nggak mau terlalu bereaksi soal itu.
We have the FIFA days.
Kita punya kalender FIFA.
And the 23 is playing games against Laos, Macau, and Korea.
Dan di FIFA Wednesday itu timnas U23 akan main lawan Laos, Macau, sama Korea.
But suddenly we had to release Rafael for a training camp.
Tapi tiba-tiba kita harus lepas Rafael Strike ke training camp.
So he will not be there.
Jadi dia tidak akan ada di pertandingan.
And we hope, of course, that under 23 will have very good results.
Harapannya tentu U23 dapat hasil bagus.
But for us, it's of course a pity that he cannot be with the team he is playing for.
Tapi sayang aja dia nggak bisa main di pertandingan selanjutnya.
As far as I know, Reinders is not in our scouting list, but we don't have a scouting list, so he's not in our scouting list.
Jadi sepanjang dia tahu, Eleanor Reinders nggak ada di scouting list kita, tapi kita nggak punya juga sih scouting list.
And the first question was about
Rafael Strike is player.
But I think it's a good question.
Pertanyaan bagus.
And because young players get quickly judged by people.
Karena pemain muda itu gampang sekali dihakimi oleh lawan.
Especially people who just watching television then write things about players.
Khususnya orang-orang yang cuma nonton dari TV atau setting-setting.
Rafael made decisions in his football career.
Rafael ambil keputusan di karir sepak bola.
And he started playing for Brisbane Roar.
Dia mulai main lawan di Brisbane.
In Australia, Brisbane, and there he didn't play.
Tapi di sana juga dia nggak main.
I was even surprised when he started here
Tapi dia kaget ketika dia mulai di sini
about his qualities.
tentang apanya, kualitasnya.
And I think that these players you have to give time
Pemain-pemain seperti ini kau harus kasih waktu
to develop.
untuk bisa berkembang.
And especially because he didn't play, he need more time.
Apalagi dia sebelumnya kan nggak main, jadi dia butuh waktu.
But still, he's a very talented player.
Tapi masih dia orangnya bertalenta.
Support these players.
Tolong support pemain-pemain.
Last year we get Nico from Persija.
Ingat musim lalu ada Nico dari Persija.
And in 1 year he grew to a very, very good right back.
1 tahun dia berkembang jadi pemain bek kanan bagus.
And probably he's going out to play for a team that's also competing for the championship as a right back.
Dan mungkin sekarang dia bakal main di tim yang bisa jadi calon juara buat musim ini.
And we have more players who developed in a year.
Dan kita ada pemain satu yang berkembang dalam 1 tahun.
And that's for him the same.
Dan buat dia sama lah.
Give him time.
Kasih dia waktu.
And he's very talented.
Dia berbakat.
Do you want to know a name?
Clue.
Maybe clue or not nothing else. Maybe.
I never tell secrets.
Dia nggak ada rahasia.
At least the naturalized player, if they want to play for national team,
Pemain naturalisasi kan juga mau main buat timnas.
which I think that's good for Indonesian football,
Dan dia rasa kan bagus buat.
then it's also a benefit to be here.
Tapi mereka di sini juga itu keuntungan buat Indonesia.
I think we have a good competition,
Dia rasa di Indonesia kompetisi yang bagus.
and to be here is to be part of the society, part of where for the country you play for.
Bisa ada di sini kan bisa jadi bagian dari society masyarakat dan juga negara yang kau.
So I think it's a benefit.
Itu keuntungan. Ada keuntungan.
Yeah, I think that's also a good question because
Pertanyaan juga bagus Pak.
if you see where we changed,
Kalau kita lihat bagaimana sih yang kita ganti?
a lot of teams refreshed a lot of players.
Banyak tim itu refresh, jadi segar lebih segar.
We changed only in the last line.
Yang kita ganti itu bagian di belakang, lini belakang.
We have players, and the rest of the players they grew in the last year. So
Sisanya pemainnya tumbuh di posisi lain.
we have a lot of quality,
Di mana kita udah
and that has, at the end it has to fit together.
dan pada akhirnya itu semua harus fit lah sama-sama.
Because if you want to build up from the goalkeeper,
Karena kalau kita mau build up dari bawah dari kiper,
it has a lot to do with the positioning of the right back, the left back, the central defenders.
itu ada hubungannya dengan posisi bek kanan, bek kiri di mana, center back di mana.
Because it has cooperation with the rest of the team.
Karena itu adalah ada kooperasi antara
And that takes time.
pemain. Dan itu butuh waktu.
Is one whole part of the team is renewed.
Hampir mungkin sebagian besar dari tim itu kan
But
diperbarui.
slowly we get there.
Tapi pelan-pelan kita akan ada di sana.
And if you do that, if you make that say one unit, then mentality is most of the time easy.
Kalau kita udah main sebagai satu unit, mental akan lebih mudah.
And we have a striker who always works very hard.
Dan ada striker, kita punya striker yang kerja keras selalu.
Top scorer of the last year.
Musim lalu top skor.
Alex.
And I'm happy he scored his first goal.
Sekarang dia pelatih juga senang akhirnya dia cetak gol pertamanya dia.
Terima kasih sudah menonton. Silakan subscribe, like, dan jangan lupa komen di bawah ya Bola Spotter.